Before the video starts, I would just like to say that I will be streaming today, Monday, January 15th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope to see you all there and enjoy this video. Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be testing the SLK Special Edition in multiplayer for the third time. This time we are at a rank of 1248. This tune, which was popularized by Dr. Hillusion, is at a tuning of 0400 and 5050 in Pro Kits. And Elite tuning, of course, is 0800 or everything on top speed and all the other stats all the way down. So for our first race, we have a battle against another SLK on Barcelona. This Desir, as any good non-SLK driver would try to do, knocked me down at the beginning. And since the SLK has slow acceleration, it has a bit of a long time getting back up to speed. But the thing is, I've already passed the Desir, 16 seconds in, and with a knockdown at the beginning. So yeah, don't really worry about knockdowns at the beginning in this car. And here now I am flying past this other SLK. At the end of the race, we'll see he is at a rank of 1251. And I've seen another 1251 in another race in this video. I'm not sure what that tune is, but it is a lot slower than this 1248. Let me know if you know what that tune is. Barcelona and its reverse version are two of the best tracks for the SLK. Due to the long, straight ways in it, and the few 90-degree turns that there are, you can drift wide around so as not to hit the sides and lose a bunch of speed, like I am doing here. You can get around them pretty easily if you just start drifting well ahead of time. So we have managed to beat that other SLK and the Desir as well. As I said, he's at that rank of 1251. Again, I'm not sure what that is, but I've seen Dan B quite a few times when I've been racing in my SLK. He's a pretty good driver. So now we have another race on Barcelona. This time it's Barcelona normal. The other one was Barcelona reverse. And I don't get knocked down at the beginning of this one, thankfully, and surprisingly, there's more than one car that starts up slower than me. One of them is the other SLK, which is the one that is directly behind me right now, and I'm now passing the M14A, but I don't know what the one way back there is. It's probably a noob car of some kind. So I have a little bit of bad news, guys. I completely forgot to start the Twin Mill Championship. I don't know how it happened, but I just didn't. So I will still be able to make a video about the Twin Mill. I have issued a challenge on Purple Team. If you tune your car to 0505 5050, record a few multiplayer races, and post them on Purple Team with the hashtag Twin Mill, I will be compiling a multiplayer video about it using your guys' clips. So that is one way you can get in a video. I will be choosing the best. I don't know how many there are going to be, but I'm going to compile a video with them and give you all credit for your clips and then commentate above them as normal. So yes, I think that should be pretty interesting. So we've come in first against another 1251 SLK with a different driver. Whatever that 1251 tune is, it's not that great compared to the 1248 one. So now we have a race on Nevada against two SLK Special Editions. Yeah, there's another SLK Special Edition in most of the races of this video. So one of them is 100 rank above me, this guy right here. And I went to the right because this way is faster if you are in a very terrible drifting car, because there's only one big turn you have to get around rather than 3 or 4 as if you had gone the other way. As you can see, that other SLK is way behind now. But as I said, the one ahead of me is about 100 ranks above me. Now, if you tune much above 1285, which is the next tune I am going to, by the way, it's just one more on top speed. If you tune much above there, your speed does not go up by much. So that's why, even though he is 100 above me, he's not going all that much faster than me. Faster, yes, maybe by about 10 miles per hour or so. But in this case, it is enough for him to pull away from me, because he was a very good driver. Interestingly enough, this race was the only one in this video that I got bad matchmaking in, even though I wasn't risking points and was free racing. So yes, this is a very good tune if you don't want to worry too much about matchmaking. If you tune up to 1285, risking points is much more recommended. So we've beat this unboosted 1265 SLK, which I think is my tune with some different elite tuning, but we did lose to the 1358 triple boosted SLK. Now we have a race on Azure Coast against, you guessed it, another SLK. Ironically, it has become one of the most popular cars around this rank now because of the multiplayer event that so many people managed to get the car in. And while it was certainly a long and grueling process, this car is definitely worth it. Because without it, I pretty much couldn't compete around this rank much anymore. And even though I don't really play around this rank, I usually just play in my 1679 Vulcan, if I did want to play down here for some reason, I wouldn't have a car that would be able to compete very well in it. So yes, I'm very glad I was able to get this car. So drifting long around these curves is usually the best way to get around them because it slows your car down enough so that you can actually take them pretty well without hitting much of the outside. As you can see here, I took that one very close to the inside. Even with the SLK's bad drifting, if you start early enough, you can do that. Coming up here, my SLK decided to want to turn into a bird and fly. And I got airtime on Azure Coast, which does not happen very often. So I'm not sure how many of you were aware of this, but my purple team does have an official Discord. I will put a link to it in the description if you would like to join in the fun. The majority of races in this video did end up being 2 laps because I voted 2 and 3 laps for each because that's what the SLK does best on. And so that's why I'm cutting out most of the second laps because pretty much nothing happens. I just go around the track again and there's literally nobody there. So yeah, nobody wants to see that. So we've beat this other SLK who had a rank of 1243, so just 5 lower, and we beat a couple Desirs as well. The Max Pro Desir isn't that great for multiplayer. It's best left below rank 850. So in this race we have 2 other SLKs. One of them is a Fireball member, and the Alfa Romeo is a Fireball member as well. He knocks down the one SLK, but then ends up knocking down his team member as well. That was pretty funny when I saw it. I'm not sure if that was intentional, because I'm not sure if they were free racing or not, but it sure was pretty funny when I saw it. So at this rank, the SLK can reach a speed of 313 miles per hour. Not a single other car in the game can reach this speed below a rank of 1600. So at 352 ranks below that, this car can reach the speed. That is why it is the most overpowered car in the game. And at a rank of 1285, it goes 322 miles per hour. This is as fast as a Max Pro Corvette Grand Sport, and is faster than every single other Max Pro car in the game, aside from the DeVille 16, and of course the Max Pro Special Edition. So if you've got a long straight track, nothing is going to stop you, except for other SLKs with the same or higher tune. So yeah, those are really the only ones you need to worry about. So I've beat these other 2 SLKs. One was at a rank of 1248, just like me, and one was at a rank of 1172. Now, for the only 1-lap race in this entire video, it is on Tokyo against a Shelby Cobra and a bunch of other cars. 2 Shelby Cobras, actually. So one of them tried to knock me down at the beginning here, like all good Cobra drivers will do, but you'll see that the Cobra speed is nowhere close to the SLK's. At this point, I just begin flying past him like he's nothing. That's really just what happens with any car if you're driving the SLK, and I think that's why the non-SLK drivers hate it so much. Because the people that worked really hard for the Cobra, and the people that have gotten the M2 as well through many of the various giveaways, just get smashed by this car, and there's not really anything they can do about it. So yeah, I think it probably would have been better as a whole for Asphalt if Gameloft had not added this car, but since it's here, we may as well make the best of it and try to get it if we can. If you are a non-SLK driver and you wish to stay away from SLKs, here are a few tips. If you stay using a car below a rank of 850, such as the Desir, you will pretty much never see any. Below 950, you won't see many either, although you may get paired with some higher SLKs. I'll tell you more about this a little bit later, but right now, here's something not to do. Don't flat spin here in a fast car. What will happen? You will wreck here, you will get put on the bottom, on the long way, further behind, and take forever to get back up to speed if you're in a car like this one. Thankfully, I was so far ahead, but I lost so much time there. I don't know how much exactly, but yes, definitely be careful about that. Definitely don't flat spin there if you're in a fast car, but sometimes if you don't flat spin, the car force barrel rolls you onto your top, so it may be just best to slow down. Unless someone's hot on your tail, of course, and then you've got to take your chances. So we've beat 2 Shelby Cobras, one a double boosted 1262. Now for a race on Patagonia against another SLK. Here I'll pick up the tips that I was telling you about earlier to avoid SLKs if you're a non-SLK driver. 1200 to 1300 is the #1 territory for SLKs. So if you have a car within those ranks, you will see more than everywhere else in the rankings. The number of SLKs start to diminish as you get up to around 1500 rank or so, and above 1500 rank, you're pretty much not going to see them, except maybe one very occasionally. I've not seen a single SLK in my 1679 Vulcan, so here I squished this other SLK to the side and knocked him down because he was going a bit slow, but then I went wide and hit the edge. That is really one of the things that is hardest to get used to in this car, is the terribly wide drifting radius, and that is why some of the best tracks to target SLKs on are ones with a bunch of sharp turns at the beginning or ramps at the beginning, such as Sector 8 Reverse, Skydrop, and San Diego Harbor Reverse. These are possibly the 3 worst tracks for the SLK, at least from my experience. The Dubai tracks are also extremely bad for it as well. And even though I do drive an SLK now, I remember what it was like facing them before I had my SLK, and that's why I want to help you guys as well as much as possible to stay away from them, because I know a lot of people hate racing against them. So we've beat a double boosted 1190 SLK Special Edition and a triple boosted 1206 Shelby Cobra. Very good matchmaking in this race, nothing higher than me on the first 4. So now for our final race in the video, in which we have a 959, another SLK, and a Shelby Cobra. I realized that there is at least one other SLK in every race in this video except for the one on Tokyo with the 2 Cobras. Here, this SLK made a mistake by going up the barrel roll, which caused him to lose a lot of speed, and so I was able to get ahead of him. Because of the SLK's terrible acceleration, it is usually better avoiding barrel rolls and stuff if they are going to make you lose a lot of speed in the air, and instead just wagging when you run out of nitro, because the SLK's nitro boost is like 10 or something. So if you wag, you're still going around 290, which is still so much faster than everything else. So that is what I've learned from experience is the best thing to do. Just try to stay on the ground pretty much all the time if you can. And if you're forced to go up a ramp, try to find the way that will make you lose the least speed in the air. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but it's harder in a lot of places than you might think. By the way, all the races in this video were recorded sequentially, which means no race is taken out, so you can see exactly how this car performed for me. Now, when I finished here, I actually ended up almost lapping this 959 here, which is kind of weird, but still pretty cool. Thank you all so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and found the tips in it to be helpful, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt 8 content. And once we reach 5,000 subscribers, I will be uploading another Asphalt 8 music video. Maybe you can be the 5,000th sub. And I hope to see you in my stream today, Monday, January 15th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!